to the evolving situation with COVID-19, the coronavirus, and health recommendations from the LA County Health Department, Glendale Housing Authority meeting will be available to the public electronically. Due to social distancing requirements, the public will not be able to attend the meeting. However, the public is encouraged to watch and participate from the safety of their homes to practice social distancing. The meeting can be viewed on local cable, Charter Cable Channel 6, and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. Streaming online, you can go to glendaleca.gov/government/public meeting portal. For public comments and questions, if you have any during the meeting, please call 818-937-8100. City staff will be submitting these questions and comments in real time to the appropriate person during the Glendale Housing Authority. Thank you. And with that, may we have roll call, please?
Authority Member Agajanian.
Present.
Brotman.
Here.
Kasakian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Barazian.
Here.
Chair Devine.
Here. What's next, please?
The agenda for the August 25th, 2020 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, August 20, 2020 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. And next?
Next would be oral communications. I do not have any speakers at this time.
Okay. Approval of minutes?
No minutes for this meeting.
No minutes. Thank you so much. And the next item, please?
6 business agenda, 6A community development, first-time homebuyer program, COVID-19, financial relief, proposed policy change. 1 housing authority resolution approving a policy change to the housing authority's first-time homebuyer program for borrowers experiencing financial hardship due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Thank you. And I see Mike Fortney. Are you doing this report, Mike?
No,
Or
Chair
Phil?
Devine, members of the Housing Authority, he is not. We
Yes.
have Pam Jackson, Housing Coordinator, who will be providing the report to the Housing Authority. Mr. Fortney, Mr. Lanzafame, and Zovac are available for any further clarifications. With that, Ms.
Thank you.
Jackson.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Beers. Ms. Jackson?
Hi, good afternoon. Housing Authority Chair Devine, Housing Authority members. My name is Pamela Jackson, and I'm the Housing Coordinator for the City of Glendale. I'm here before you today seeking your approval of a policy change to our first-time homebuyer program. This change would provide relief to borrowers experiencing financial hardship as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Housing Authority operated a first-time homebuyer program from 1993 through 2011. Borrowers received down payment assistance through the program in the form of a second mortgage loan to help them purchase their home. And these loans are secured by a deed of trust against the property. Today, we have 97 active borrowers from that program who make monthly payments to the Housing Authority, and they're interest-only payments. The average payment is about $127. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the state of California asked lenders across the state to commit to providing relief measures to borrowers who are experiencing financial hardship due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In line with their request, we propose a policy that would give our first-time homebuyer borrowers a 90-day forbearance if they are experiencing a hardship due to the pandemic. Staff would have the ability to request documentation that demonstrates the financial hardship. And at the end of the 90 days, a balloon payment would be due, consisting of the missed payments. A repayment plan could be arranged if the borrower is not able to make the balloon payment in full. Now, if the borrower is still experiencing financial hardship at the end of that initial 90-day forbearance, this policy would allow a second 90-day period. At the end of that second 90-day forbearance, if the borrower is still not able to make payments, we would extend the term of their loan and modify their loan documents. During this forbearance period, the borrower would not incur additional interest, fees, or penalties, nor would we report derogatory trade lines on their credit report. We don't anticipate a large number of borrowers requesting forbearance. Again, the average monthly payment is about $127, so it is affordable. However, in order to approve, to date, we have only had one borrower request of forbearance. And in order to approve that person's request or any future one, and in an effort to comply with the state's request, we would need your approval to institute this recommended policy change. So with that, that's my presentation. Are there any
Thank you.
questions?
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Are there questions from my colleagues?
Yes, I have a question for
Mayor?
Mr. Jackson.
Mayor?
Our tenants are paying $127 per month, right?
The
owners.
homeowners?
Homeowners,
It's a
not
second loan. They do have a first mortgage. This is a second mortgage, and the average payment is $127.
You know what's the average payment for the first mortgage?
That, we don't know.
You don't.
We don't have that information offhand. Some of them have refinanced since they first purchased the home, so I would have to get that information to you.
No problem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? I have a couple of questions. So staff's recommendation is to give them 90 days and then an additional 90 days if they can't meet it then, and then an additional 180 days. So we're going to give them 360 days?
No, to clarify, it's a
Please.
full 180 days. So there's one period of 90 days, and if they're unable to make payments or pay us in full, we would give them an additional 90 days. And at the end of that, if there's still a problem, then we would extend their loan out. And so we add it to the back end of the loan, period.
Okay. And number 6 on the staff's recommendations, the repayment plan of the balloon payment may be arranged and may be divided up into manageable payments. And that's going to be done by staff, as I understand it, so that it's easier on the staff can negotiate the terms.
That is correct.
It won't be the housing authority or council.
That is correct.
Okay. And so we're actually going above and beyond the state. I mean, the state has asked us to do this, but they've only asked us to do it for 90 days. So we are going above and beyond for our homeowners.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, which is very commendable. I mean, we have been trying so hard to help everyone that's been impacted by this COVID-19. And I think this is just another example of council and housing authority taking that extra step to help our residents. So I'm very, very happy to do that. Is there a motion to?
I would like to move I'm sorry. Look, I would like to move the item if there's no more questions.
And I will second that.
Okay. Vote. Can we have a vote, please, Mr. Ajanian?
Authority member Agajanian,
Yes.
Brotman,
Yeah.
Kasakian,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Barazian,
Yes.
Chair Devine.
Yes. Thank you. Are there what's next, please, on the agenda?
Next would be authority member and staff comments.
Any comments from authority members? No? I would like to ask staff a couple questions, if I might, please, on updates on our subsidy programs, our grants, and also the applications for housing authority. I understand we're doing very well on that end.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Housing Authority. Two things I think you were asking about the grants. We are moving along on our first round. We have met with and informed all the applicants. We have interviewed many of them. We're almost 95% through with those interviews. We're now in a gathering document phase, as well as sending out landlord packets. If you recall that the payments are made directly to the landlord. So we're in the process of getting all of their documentation put together. We hope to have our first release of our first checks going out early next month, September, on that program. You had also asked about the tenant commissioners. We sent out letters 2 weeks ago, and we still have another week left, but very pleased to say that we have 33 applications for tenant commissioner. So staff will go through those, and then again, we'll provide them to you, Mr. Mayor, and you, Madam Chair, and then you can interview those candidates that you wish.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Lansfane. If that's all, what's next, please?
Adjournment?
I have a motion,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
motion to adjourn?
Yes, I would like to motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second?
Okay, we are adjourned at 3:19. Thank you all.
Thank you. Okay. Now, we have closed session items. Mr. Garcia, are you planning to report?
Mr. Mayor, you have to call roll for